What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got the 40th IPL game to review, and arguably the best game we've seen all season. This has just been an incredible season. To think that the TV ratings have gone down this year. Okay, my laptop's telling me to record. Are we still recording? Okay, we are. I just had to double check that. Best editor on YouTube. I'll edit all that out. You won't see that. So, hey, the 40th IPL game. We're into the back part of the end of the regular season, of course. And the Gujarat Titans get the nail-biting finish win against Sunrisers Hyderabad. Second versus third. It was a blockbuster. It was everything we could have probably hoped for. There was a fifer, there were runs, there were good catches. It was a last ball finish. I mean, what more can you ask for in a game of IPL for 2022? So, hey, if you guys are new, subscribe. You like IPL, subscribe. You like cricket, subscribe. Let's just get straight into it because we've got some big things to talk about. So, firstly, obviously, the Titans win by 5 wickets. They get a last ball thriller, which we will get into once we get into the Titans batting lineup. But hey, let's start off with player of the match, none other than Umran Malik, who has now won, his 8th fastest ball award. So he bowls 150 kilometers an hour almost every single ball. That is literally scary. There is a chance he might get to 155, 156 at some point in the future, and he's going to be unplayable if he can start, swinging that ball a little bit more. In Test cricket especially, he's going to be dominant. With those Yorkers that he bowled last night, some of the most incredible Yorkers we've seen in a long time from any young bowler. And it probably helps that his bowling coach is the one and only, the great man himself, Dale Steyn. So there's no surprise to see him bowling this well. But the fact that he was the only guy who took wickets for Sunrisers isn't ideal, but 5 for 25 off 4. He's the second person to take a 5 for this season. Of course, Yuzi was the first. So, hey, congratulations to Umran Malik. Special stuff. And he looked incredible. He seriously looked amazing last night with ball in hand. So, hey, Sunrisers sent in to bat first. Abhishek Sharma continues his good form. He pumps out a 65 off 42. 6 fours, 3 sixes. He's not a complete player because there's obviously flaws in his games, but he's pretty impressive, isn't he? I mean, I don't even know much about his age or anything. He would be young, yeah, I thought so. So he's only 21. He turns 22 this year. List A debut for Punjab, the Vijay Hazare Trophy. Okay, so I might have to do a deeper dive one day and just check out some first-class stats from the man, Abhishek Sharma. So, but he's played what, 20-odd IPL games, I think they said, so, or 30-odd. So, I mean, he's getting pretty good into his career now. That he's played the same amount of games as I'm trying to make a comparison here. It's probably not going to be a good one, so I'm going to leave it alone. But you think of someone like a Ruturaj Gaikwad maybe, who has been around the same amount of time, has won an orange cap, really just came out of nowhere last year and won the orange cap and dominated. Now we're getting a guy like Abhishek Sharma who, with all due respect, has not lit the world on fire in his previous years, but he's had 2 really, really good scores in a row now, and he looks very good in that top order for Sunrisers. Speaking of not looking good in the top order, though, Kane Williamson, the skipper, he just can't seem... I don't know what's going on with the captains this year, but some of them are having trouble to make runs. You look at Rowett, Jadeja, Mayank, KL's making runs, that's no surprise. Sanju has made some runs. Faf has made some runs, but also he's been hit and miss. So it's like the captaincy has just been a burden for some people. Hardik Pandya has made a lot of runs, so I guess it is 50-50, but some of the captains are really struggling at the moment, and it's the ones we do not expect to struggle. We don't expect to see Williamson, obviously former captain Virat, Rowett, these sort of guys, Mayank not making any runs. It's weird to see, but maybe it's a changing of the guard. I don't know. Rahul Tripathi at number 3, 16 runs off 10 balls, 2 fours, 1 6. Look, I still think he should stay in at number 3, but I wouldn't be opposed if I was Sunrisers next game to put Williamson at 3 and then just switch Rapathi into an opener. I mean, Markram can open, but I think number 4 is definitely his position at the moment, especially the way this team sets up with Pooran coming in next, Sundar coming in after him. But Aiden Markram, he's played a very key role. He's averaging, I believe, still the most this season. 56 off 40. It's a really good innings. It's a shame he couldn't do this for Punjab, or probably South Africa would have liked it if he did this for him in the Test series, but that's okay, Markram, because we've always rated you here on the channel, so it's good to see him do well. Pooran, you want to speak about not doing well, though. He just can't seem to find much form at the moment. I mean, he's had 1 or 2 good scores this year, but other than that, he really hasn't had to do a whole lot of batting. For Punjab, he was coming in at number 4, but in this team, he's coming in at 6. He's not really being utilised that much, I don't think. And then again, if you want to give Williamson a rest at opening, maybe bring Williamson down to 5, why can't you try some things out? Pooran to open or Tripathi to open. I think there's a few combinations they're missing, because if they can build a strong partnership up the top here with Abhishek Sharma, they're going to be really hard to beat. Sundar run out for 3, and Shashank Singh. Now, do I know much about this guy? Hell no, I literally know not a whole lot. I know of the name, of course. He's been around, 30 years old. So I have known a little bit about him. He's played only 5 games. Wow. So this is his first year that he's actually been picked up. Maybe I'm thinking of someone different. Maybe I don't know who this is. Wait, who does he play for? I don't... Chhattisgarh? List 2015. Gee whiz. He was bought by the Delhi Daredevils in 2017 for 10 lakhs. Obviously didn't play, I don't think. Or he might have, but... Okay. You know what? He batted incredibly well. Finished off looking like prime Faf du Plessis out there. And gave them, instead of finishing on 180, he gave them every chance and really put them in the box seat position to go on and win this game. 25 off 6 balls, 1 4, 3 sixes, a strike rate of 416. You don't see that every day, especially from a guy who comes in to bat at, 8? I mean, that's remarkable stuff. Where has he been all this time? Get him up the order if you have to. Batted really well and gave them a big platform, gave them plenty of momentum going into their fielding. So, credit to him. Credit where it's due. I think that's the most wholesome moment of the IPL, where you can see a guy who has probably been fighting his whole life to play in the IPL, has been, just doing the bare minimum to meet requirements and stuff, and now he gets an opportunity, smokes about 3 sixes in a row off a quality bowler of Lockie Ferguson. So you have to give him all the credit. You love to see it for the fella. And well done to him. Every time we see a new guy come onto the stage and perform, it always warms the heart. So, yeah, you love to see it. Into the Gujarat bowlers, though, Mohammad Shami keeps his terrific wicket-taking form. 3 for 39 off 4. Yash Dayal, 1 for 24 off 4. Very economical and very good. He's had a few expensive games, but he's looked really, really good this year. And, again, I don't know if he can actually win the most improved player or the whatever it's called, but or the emerging player, sorry. I don't know how old he actually is. How old is he? 24. So I don't know if he can actually win it. If he's eligible, probably not. But he's been fantastic in his first IPL season. So shout out to him for sure. Alzari Joseph, 1 for 35 off 4. I didn't think bowled that well, but he took he got a run out of Sundar. Oh no, he did bowl Abhishek. That's right. So, he did have an impact on the game. Rashid Khan, oh my God. None for 45 off 4. Probably his worst bowling game in the IPL this season. And it's not great. But you want to talk about even worse bowling? Lockie Ferguson, the Kiwi himself, none for 52 off 4. You're lucky, Rashid, because Lockie Ferguson outshone you. He made a half century. So, firstly, congratulations to Ferguson. He brings up a half century in the IPL. With the ball, of course, so it's good to see him taking after Billy Stanlake from back in the day. Just bowling lots of short deliveries and getting put away for 6. it's real inspirational stuff to see Lockie Ferguson really just take a liking to what Billy Stanlake used to do. So very inspirational, in my opinion. All right, into the Sunrisers batsman. Into the Gujarat Titans batsman. I'll edit that out. 196 of a total to get the win. It's pretty tricky. It's never an easy task to chase down 200 runs, essentially, but they get it done off the last ball. And what a chase it was. One of the more interesting IPL games with tops and turns that came from everywhere. You thought Sunrisers had it wrapped up near the end? Think again. Let's start at the top. Wriddhiman Saha was brought back into the team a few games ago. He's a superstar. He is still an absolute legend in the IPL. He is still really, really good. And against his old team, who, with all due respect, dropped him last year, he would have wanted to make nothing but a big impact this year against his old team and just prove that he has still got it. He did exactly that, opening the batting 68 off 38. 11 fours, 1 6, and that is always the thing about Saha. He will always play the ball along the ground. He is a safe batsman, but he's going to make you pay if you bowl loose balls, and he did exactly that. 11 fours is just ridiculous. I mean, you want to have a look how many Sunrisers hit. 7, 9, 11, 12. They hit 12 fours in total, Sunrisers. Wriddhiman Saha hit 11 by himself. So, I mean, it just shows you what sort of batsman he is. Someone who likes to play his strokes, but play them along the ground. And that is the batsman that really any opener needs. I mean, every team needs an opener that can do exactly what Saha did. And if you did not watch the game or you haven't seen the highlights, please do so. Because some of Saha's shots that he hit at the start of the innings was MS Dhoni-like. He hit 2 off his pads. One of them whipped for 6, and the other one was like a whip helicopter shot straight for 4. It was some of the more remarkable hitting I've ever seen from Saha. He may be 45, but he's still got it, the old fella. Of course, he's not 45. How old is he now? Like 33? 37, wowee. That is... So I actually wasn't too far off. He almost is 45. Hey, shout out to Saha. You really do love to see it. And it seems to me that Matthew Wade, I don't think we'll see him again this year. Unfortunately, the Australian in me wants to see him play again, but they would have rocks in their head if they dropped Saha from Matty Wade. It's pretty simple. Just leave Saha there. Shupman Gill, 22 of 24. I mean, when you have your partner alongside you going bananas like Saha was, you just kind of have to play that anchor role. He did for 24 deliveries. Out to Umran Malik, who, I mean, seriously just bowled some genuine heat. Hardik Pandya in at 3, 10 off 6. He got hit first ball on his shoulder by Malik. And then after he went out, he went and got his shoulder strapped up and put some ice on it, I seen. So, hey, the man Pandya, he just can't stop getting injured. I hope he's okay to go for the next game. David Miller, 17 off 19. All right. Let's create this innings into 2 halves. The first half was Wriddhiman Saha going crazy with the bat. As soon as they got Saha out, the rest of this batting lineup, this top 3 had just already gone or collapsed. Pandya gone for 10, David Killer Miller for 17, and Gill for 22, not even a run of balls. So, you know, Umran Malik completely changed this game and turned it in Sunrisers' favour. They were a 50% chance to, probably a 45% chance to chase down the runs, but once Umran Malik took over and took 4 wickets, I thought, yeah, all right, Titans aren't going to chase this. Great bowling and great win for Sunrisers. And then all of a sudden, Rahul Tewatia, for the second time this year, wins a game off his own bat. 40 off 21, 4 fours, 2 sixes, a strike rate of almost 200. That's what dreams are made of. Not just to do it once in a season is enough. He actually did it against us, Punjab, which broke my heart, but now he does it a second time, which was a lot more enjoyable to watch when it wasn't against us. Just some really, really amazing hitting. And then to trust his partner at the other end, Manohar was going out for a golden duck, and you're thinking, oh boy, they're in danger here. But to then get his partner to come out and not only hit boundaries with him, but to win the game off his own bat as well and make a huge impact. Rashid Khan, the T20 player of the decade. 31 off just 11 deliveries, 4 sixes, no fours. I mean, just what a partnership, firstly, from Tawatia and Rashid. And secondly, just some outrageous hitting from the man Rashid to finish off the game, to back himself in for a single. For Tawatia to actually trust in Rashid Khan and say, you can have strike for these last couple balls, win the match for us. He did exactly that, and it was set up by that man Tawatia, who should take just as much as the credit as Rashid. So, hey, what a clinical performance from the Gujarat Titans. Just incredible stuff. An amazing come-from-behind victory, and very, very classy stuff in the end from Rashid and Tawatia. And you cannot forget how Saha played. Inspirational stuff. All right, the Sunrisers bowlers. Let's talk about where it all went wrong, because if it wasn't for Umran Malik, Gujarat wouldn't have lost a wicket. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, none for 33 or 4. It's decent, I guess. Marco Jansen, shit. I mean, Jansen, you know I like you. You know I think you're an all sorts of talented bowler. But gee whiz, you cannot be going for 63 runs. 63 runs, Marco. Look me in my eyes right now and tell me that you are joking. None for 63 or 4. Is that the worst bowling figures of this season so far? It would have to be up there with, like, Odin Smith. I think Odin Smith went for, like, none for 54 or something. So it's probably close. Just please do not do that again. And why I'm guessing Sunrisers are literally sitting Sean Abbott on the bench. Why? Why can't Sean Abbott play 1 or 2 games? He is a very good bowler. Play him a game. Just see what he can do. Hopefully next game. Sean Abbott, hopefully you're in next game. Natarajan, who has taken, 15 wickets this year? None for 43 or 4. Just an expensive day at the office. Washington Sundar, none for 34 or 4. So, look, every SRH bowler went for 30-plus runs, except for the man himself, Umran Malik. 5 for 25 or 4. Man of the match. Did he win man of the match? He should have. Yeah, he did. We already checked that. What more is there to say? This is probably the next superstar bowler of India, whether it's only white ball cricket, whether it's going to be in all 3 forms of cricket. It's pretty impressive what he did last night. And a few of those Yorkers that he bowled, especially the one to, was it David Miller? Yeah, David Miller. It just fell him off his feet. And it just made me think so much of Dale Steyn, who was obviously his bowling coach. But he reminded me of like a Mitchell Stark. Obviously different bowling actions, but it just, the pace, the genuine Yorker, just simply incredible and remarkable from what Malik. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get them the win because he had to put the whole bowling lineup on his back. But nonetheless, it was incredible, and he still deserves all the credit for Sunrisers even having a chance to win this game. So shout out to him. But hey, the Titans get a win. They're sitting nice and pretty on the top of the table now, which we will get into. Here we go. We've got first, the Titans, of course. You got Rajasthan Royals in second, SRH still in third, LSG in fourth, RCB in fifth, Punjab Kings in sixth. We need to work on that. DC in 7, Kolkata in 8, CSK in 9. And still Mumbai in 10th. I mean, shit. I don't know if that's ever going to change this season, but it still surprises me every time. All right, the Orange Cap leaders. You've got big boy Buddy Butler, 1 away from the big 500. Rahul in there at second. The man Hardik Pandya, who's missed a game, he's in third. Shikhar Dhawan's in fourth. And Abhishek Sharma, that may surprise a few, but he's having a terrific year for Sunrisers. He's in at fifth. So he's gone ahead of guys like Faf du Plessis, Shivam Dubey. Who else is in that bowling? I mean, who else has made runs this year? My mind's gone blank, but I mean, just for him to be fifth is an incredible effort so far. Into the purple cap, none other than our man, Yuzi Chahal in first. Natarajan and Umran Malik, 2 SRH bowlers, equal second now. Pretty impressive stuff, especially Pfeiffer from Umran. DJ Bravo still in fourth. Kuldeep Yadav in fifth. And so is Muhammad Shami, who has been really, really good. Super underrated this year. And the man Hasaranga also with 13 himself. So We can also scroll down to the best bowling figures, and it is official that Umran Malik takes the second fifer of the season. Of course, Yuzi took the first hat-trick, so he gets all the credit for that. But Umran did bowl more economical and probably bowled just a little bit better, but they didn't get the win, so does it matter? Yes and no, but hey, he bowled incredibly well. And the batting average here as well, Markram. So he did make 56, but his average goes down to 123. Go figure. DK is still in there. Butler, Rahul, and Pandya. Bowling, Badoni. Yeah, so these are all just kind of fixed as well, because they've only bowled like a few overs each. Most 50s, Markram, yeah. So, I mean, all these down stats down here are wait, hold on. Most economical... English, please. Most economical... Wait, what's the word? Economical... Okay, we're just moving on. Most economical. That's it. Oh, my God. How did I not get that? Narayan, Ritik Shakeen, who has only played like one game. Santner, who has played only a few. Willie and Gotham, who have only played a few games. So, I guess, except for Sunil Narayan, none of this counts down here. So, hey, that will cap it off. The Titans get a great win. In tonight's game, though, DC versus Kolkata, both teams desperately needing a win. DC sitting in 7th. They need a win. Kolkata in 8th. They need a win just as much. So, tonight... it's all going to be left on the line for those two teams. Hey, that will cap it off. Leave your thoughts in the comments on this game. What a beautiful finish of cricket. Umran Malik, take a bow. And hey, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.